Hi, it's me. I don't have pink hair, and I'm not wearing a purple feather wig. I'm just going to talk to you about our diffusers that we get from Young Living today. This is 3 of the different styles that I have that come from Young Living. Each one of them has a little bit different operation. Nothing major different, just little minor things that you'll have to read the brochure and work the particulars out. The one I want to show you today is the one that is probably the most popular right now with most of us, is the one that comes with a little purple lid. And the video is going to be going off and on to show you different parts of how to operate this and as I talk. So let's go. What is a diffuser? I'm sitting in front of my computer and thought I'd look it up, and I'm going to read to you. I'm going to be looking back and forth, so forgive me. I had to Google. All I did is put in Google, what is a diffuser, and this is the answer that I received. A thing that diffuses something in particular. That blow your socks off too? Well, that just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, so I had to do a lot more digging. And some of the examples I have come up with for you are, you know, on your garden hose, when you attach a sprayer at the end that will make the water spurt out in a bunch of different directions, what that's doing is diffusing the water. Instead of one little stream coming out, it's diffusing it to cover a big area. You know, on your hair dryer, when you open it and you have a big box of attachments that come with it and you don't know what to do with them, a lot of times you throw them back in the box and throw them on the shelf or throw them in the garbage. There's one particular thing on there you can put on the end of the blower part of your hair dryer. And people that do hair especially use this on curly hair, because it keeps the hair from blowing all over the place. Instead of having a hard stream of air coming straight out onto your hair, it diffuses the air and makes it a bigger section so that it dries. It just spreads the air out of what's coming out of your hair dryer. Okay, your AC vent in your house, for heat and for air too. The vents, you know how they've got little divider sections in them, and some go this way and some go that way? That is diffusing the air, keeping it from going straight out. It's spreading it into different places. Well, that's what our diffusers, our Young Living diffusers do. That instead of taking the oil and having it sit in one little bowl or one little spot and you have to go over and sniff it, it diffuses it. Just think of it like a sprinkler that kids play in. And it puts it out all over the place so that it can be enjoyed all over the room or the area where it's being used. A quick little thing I want to tell you, maybe I shouldn't be really honest here, but most of my information that I got off of the internet, I did not get it from the Young Living website. I got it from other places that were not trying to sell anything, so this is just information about diffusing. But I want you to see how much it backs up exactly what Young Living tells us about their diffusers. As the aroma molecules are diffused into the atmosphere, they are taken into the lungs and therefore are absorbed into the bloodstream. In turn, both the physical and the psychological beings are soothed and promoted. What benefits come from having a diffuser? They cleanse and purify the air of viruses, bacteria, pathogens, and mold. They impact the mood. They impact focus and concentration. I could use that. Reduce stress. I really could use that. They boost the immune system. That is powerful. Create negative ions, that is, create feeling of peace and well-being. And they make your home smell good. Okay, this create negative ions I didn't really understand that, so I had to look that up further to see what that was. I didn't know what a negative ion was. So let me read this real quick. There's something in the air, and while it may not be love, some say it's the next best thing. It's negative ions. Negative ions, IONS, are odorless, tasteless, and invisible molecules that we inhale in abundance in certain environments. Think mountains. Think waterfalls and beaches. Once they reach our bloodstream, negative ions are believed to produce biochemical reactions that increase levels of the mood chemical serotonin, helping to alleviate depression, relieve stress, and to boost our daytime energy. It just doesn't get much better than that. Okay, I hope I'm not getting the cart before the horse here, but I've just finished using this diffuser, and I want to show you how to clean it before we start, and I show you how to use it. Each time that you use your diffuser, it will cut off automatically when the water level gets to a certain point. And then there's a little bit of water with a little bit of oil left in it. And I don't pour that water out. I just refill it and add more oil until it's time to clean it. I use mine every day, and so I try to clean it at least once a week, if not, depending, maybe twice, but at least once a week. And the way I clean mine, very simple. I take a wad of paper towels. Everybody knows what a wad is. It's that right there. I put it in. I press it in just like this. I probably should have shown you what it looks like down in there. And I just push it, not hard, but just enough to get it into the water so that the liquid that's in the bottom of this will be absorbed into the paper towels. Now I'm going to turn it a little bit, not much. Now there's not a thing in there. Can you see? Now what do you do with this? You can throw it in the garbage, and your garbage is going to smell good. Or, like I do, I lay it on the sink. There's nobody here but me. Who cares? A paper towel laying on my sink, it's going to make my kitchen smell good while I'm cleaning this and getting it ready to go again. So just set this aside or throw it away, whichever one you want to do. The diffuser comes with this little cute sponge on a stick. I take it and I run it around and around. There's a little silver metal. I don't know what that is. It's a little component, part of the diffuser. But that needs to stay clean. So that's what this is for. And I run it around on the inside and everything. But this is the only part of the diffuser where I use this. I'm going to show you how I clean the top in a minute. I'm using different devices to make this video. I hope I don't make you seasick moving around. This is the way I clean the top of my diffuser. I just use a little bit of liquid, dishwashing liquid, and put it in something that's large enough to hold the top. I let it soak for as long as it needs to, 30, 40 minutes, whatever. I just put it in there and forget it for a little bit. And then take it out, and we'll have noise here. And just rinse it. Rinse it really good to get the soap out. You don't want the soap going into your air. For the top, you get this nifty little sponge on a stick that comes with the diffuser. But I don't really like to use it on the top because I just don't want to take a chance of getting up in there and getting into parts that I could easily break. So I just use the dishwashing liquid and then rinse it real well like this. Then I'm going to dry it in a second. Set it over here by my nifty Ninja measure cup. And now I'm going to dry it off. You don't want to see me do that. If you'll look carefully, I hope I'm holding this at a good enough angle that you can see. Right there is a second line. It goes all the way around the tub of the diffuser, and that's your water line. When you have it upright like this, you pour water into that line right there. Then you add the oil of your choice, whatever. If it's just to make your house smell good, lemon or peppermint, anything like that. If it's for health reasons, you add your Aroma Life, oregano, whatever you want to diffuse. You can put any oil in here. Put 6 to 8 or 10 drops in. As much as you'll have to learn according to the area, the space, and where you're going to put the diffuser. You may have to adjust it some to so that you want a good odor in your room, but you don't want it overpowering. So you have to work that out for your own situation. All right, now I'm going to set this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my water here, and I'm going to add it to the diffuser, to the line that I've already shown you. Now I'm adding my oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've learned that's pretty much what I need for my area, for my room, my kitchen, and my great room. Then, all you do is put the top on. For this purple top, it will only go one way, so if the top is not fitting like it should, like right now, turn it around. Maybe I had it right the first time. I did. Okay. And it slides right in. The power part plugs in to the very back. Oh, I hate for you to see how old I am. Okay, we've got our power cord connected, and the oil is in the chamber, and we're ready to go. All we have to do is turn it on. Press the little button here, and voila, we have air diffusing. This particular one has a feature I love. I use this one in my bedroom at night because all you do to turn the light off is press the power button again and hold it in for 2 seconds, and the light will go off. All right, now after I break my bowl, if you'll look, there's two little lights, really. The one that goes across with the power switch and another little vertical light below it. It's running on green when you first turn it on, and then as you press this, the bar that runs horizontal, it will change colors and it turns to red. When the little bar is on the little vertical, the smaller light is on red, the diffuser will run for 30 seconds and off for 30 seconds. On for 30 seconds and off for 30 seconds. So we can have this diffuser running 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off. Press it again and turn the light off. I happen to do it just at the time when it's was going off. So see, now it's not doing anything. But in 30 seconds it will come back and it will start operating. So while we're waiting for this to come back, I'm going to go ahead and start telling you a couple of things that I wanted to tell you. In 1999, I was diagnosed with a blood disease. And without getting into a lot of personal stories and all this other, my former husband and I, see, it came back on. My former husband and I, we owned an automobile paint and body shop. When I was diagnosed with this disease, the very first, I had to go through a bone marrow test, and the very first thing the doctor asked me after all the testing was done, when he was going to give me the diagnosis, he asked me, "Are you ever around paint or toxic waste or toxins or chemicals, anything to do with paint?" And I nearly fell out of my chair. He had no idea what my husband and I did for a living, you know. So I had to tell him yes. And come to find out, from being exposed to the paint, the solvents, and the thinners, all this that was at our paint and body shop, damaged my bone marrow. And now my body produces too much bone marrow, which will cause you to have blood clots. It affects my platelets. And it's a long story. It's been going on for a long time now, and it's something I'm having to learn to live with. My point is, we started that business in 1982. From 1982 till 1999, that's how many years it took me to develop this disease. If the body can smell odors that are harmful to your body and cause your body to have diseases, it makes a lot of sense to me. If we smell good things, then it can be very beneficial to our bodies and our health. And I am hoping and I am praying, by smelling these oils. I take so many pills a day, I don't want to swallow anything else that doesn't have to go into my mouth. But if I can smell something that's pleasant, that is going to help me on the inside, because when I breathe this, it goes into my lungs, and then from my lungs, it goes into my blood, and from there throughout my body. And it just makes sense to me. If I can breathe something that is going to make me sick, I can also breathe something that's going to make me well. I pray every day for God to heal me. But in the meantime, I'm going to do everything that I can do to help myself too. And this is one of them. If you have any questions about a diffuser or how to operate it, call me, get in touch with me, send me a private message, ask Angie, whatever you want to do. I have a lot of good information I looked up on the computer when I was trying to think about how could I explain what a diffuser does. And so I think that's about it.